Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. We're going to talk about XRP. We'll talk about the crypto market. We'll talk about Ripple CEO and his happiness. We'll talk about the gap. The CME gap was active once again, and the manipulation on the crypto market was blatant. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about the SEC and them removing a case against a interesting crypto that has to do a little bit with XRP. You'll find out which one it is soon. Right? Make sure to watch all the way to the end. And the major banks are doing some stuff. We'll talk about that too. I don't know what I'm doing with my eyebrows there. Currently, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Currently, XRP is sitting at $2.07, up 1.4% on the day. We see Bitcoin down to 89,900, down 0.45% on the day. Yes, the gap got closed. We dropped all the way down to 89.4. So the gap was closed once again. We open up Monday morning and you can see the stock market started trading and we went all the way down to 89.6, right? It's right in that range, 89.4 to 89.8, closing the gap. And so again, this is what happens almost every single Monday in the past few weeks because the gap hasn't been that big. We see it close very, very fast. And there were people in the morning that were getting a little bit excited because of this movement upwards. But again, we saw the market sell off a little bit, although XRP did hold, it only went up to 211, 212. And so right now it's at 207. But again, this is just ugly price action right here. This movement here, you can see it's weekend low liquidity manipulation that happened on Sunday, but now we're on Monday, and of course, Fed week. So a lot of investors are sitting on their hands because they want to see what the Fed chairman is going to do. What is he going to decide? Okay, that's a lot of people are concerned that he might not reduce interest rates or he says something very bearish, right? So that always causes a little bit of fear in the crypto market, in general markets as well. Now, again, these are just my opinions. This is just what I am seeing on the crypto market, on the stock market. This video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything, to send me anything. Those are scammers. Those are imposters, right? Just be very, very careful out there. I'm just looking at the bubbles for a second to keep you interested. Why Bitcoin always dumps around 10 a.m. when the US market opens, right? We saw that again. Zero Hedge has been calling this out repeatedly, and he thinks Jane Street is the most likely entity doing this. When you look at the chart, the pattern is too consistent to ignore. A clean wipeout within an hour of the market opening, followed by slow recovery. That's classic high-frequency execution. And it fits their profile. Jane Street is one of the largest high-frequency trading firms in the world. They have speed and liquidity to move markets in a few minutes. The behavior looks simple. Drop Bitcoin at the open, push the price into liquidity pockets, re-enter lower, repeat daily. And by doing this, they have accumulated billions in Bitcoin. As of now, Jane Street holds $2.5 billion worth of BlackRock IBIT ETF, their fifth largest position. This means most of the drop in Bitcoin isn't due to the macro weakness, but due to the manipulation by one major entity. And once these big players are done with buying, then theoretically, we should see the market recover. So again, this could be waiting for what the Fed does, or this could be multiple factors, on the market or things like that. So we'll have to wait and see. But if we're just thinking about XRP in under 4 weeks, and XRP is now the fastest crypto spot ETF to reach 1 billion in AUM since Ethereum in the US. With over 40 crypto ETFs launched this year in the US alone, a few points are obvious, right, to Brad. There's pent-up demand for regulated crypto products, and with Vanguard opening up access in traditional retirement/trading accounts for Americans, crypto is now accessible to millions more people who don't need to be experts in technology. Longevity, stability, and community are all underrated themes that matter to this new set of off-chain crypto holders. A lot of, maybe, if you think about it, people that might be looking to invest in the crypto market, they might be feeling more confident in something that has maybe a greater community or a greater name or a greater, backer, or a greater, oh, Ripple is behind it. Ripple was just valuated at about 40 billion, recently. So it might give more confidence to some new investors that have never seen the crypto market before, if they are thinking about, entering the arena. So, that is going to be a good thing. An interesting scoop from Eleanor here. SEC ends 2-year investigation into Ondo, paving way for U.S. expansion in tokenized assets. Ondo Finance received formal notice last month that after a 2-year probe had been closed. And so this is good for all the tokenization market. We know that Ondo had partnered with BlackRock and partnered with Ripple. And so, this was just a formality, but we've seen already all the SEC cases. Basically, unless there was some really, bad shenanigans that was going on, they have dropped all the cases that the previous regime under Gary Gensler had created. So again, this is good news for the crypto market in general. And major banks to discuss crypto with senators. Citibank, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo CEO will brief senators on Thursday about upcoming crypto market structure legislation. This is interesting, right? Because they don't want to get left behind, right? They are saying to themselves the following. This is what I think, right? They see what BlackRock did. BlackRock didn't wait. BlackRock CEO, very smart, decided to flip the switch, be the first. And it's been very successful for him. President, very pro crypto. Now, these banks are saying to themselves, well, we can go against the crypto market and try to lobby against it and spend a lot of money, or we can embrace it, we can integrate with, we can try to be on the ground floor and not fight it and make a lot of money, right? And that's what they're probably thinking to themselves. But they don't want the crypto market to have the possibility to replace them totally. That's maybe what they would be afraid of. But if they're able to get rules in place that would not allow traditional banks to be totally replaced by crypto exchanges or crypto banks, or that, like, Ripple is trying to potentially do something like that, and maybe Coinbase would potentially try to do something like that. So if they can block that, I think they would be happy. But if they're able to make money off of, let's say, crypto settlement or crypto transactions or crypto conversions, right, then they'll be happy, right? And they won't try to go after the crypto market. So this will be very interesting to see where, the old guys, right, can integrate with the new guys. It's going to be very, very interesting. Don't forget to check out the links in the description down below. Join our free Telegram group where we talk daily. Smash the like button, drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond. If you want to drop a super thanks, you can do that as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.